Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a first impression on the Odens Love Language collection. I managed to get the set except one lip product, which I think the product was called Kisses. I think it's like a glossy brown lip product. That's the only thing I didn't get. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's really pretty. It took me a while to actually take it out of the sleeve. It's actually really stuck in there. But this is the packaging, and this is a collaboration with Morgan Turner, who I follow on Instagram. And then you open it up, and you got the protective film, and then you get a little heart mirror. There we go, that way you don't get glare. And then this is the color story. So it's a Valentine's Day color story. There is a lovely mixture of browns and neutrals, a lot of purples and pinks. So really pretty. And they also have little indents. So we've got a rose here, and then we've got another rose here. We've got heart there, another rose, love. The cats are going absolutely nuts. They were fine before I started recording. They were all sleeping, and now they are wide awake. Anyway, I've already primed my eye. I use the NYX primer because I really like this primer. It's very sticky. I'm all for it. Okay, so I kind of want to do a purpley look today. This color looks almost black on the camera, but it's not. It's a very deep kind of eggplant purple, and it's called Date Night, and it also has little star embeds, but I think it's so dark, can't really see it. So I'm gonna mainly work with the purples today, mainly because purple is an eyeshadow color that scares me a little bit. So yes, I'm going to be working on that. So I've already primed my eye, and I will get my thing out. I'm going to use a very tiny, this is actually not seen a highlighter brush from Fiara, but looks like this. It's very small because I have hooded eyes. So what I'm going to do, because I'm wanting to do more like a liner kind of look, I need a lot of control. So I'm just going to dip this in. I'm going to keep my eye completely open, and your eyebrow should be relaxed. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to trace as close to the lash line as possible. And the reason why I'm using this kind of brush instead of a liner brush is because I do want it to be a little bit thicker. I kind of want it to really be a focal point. And also with this brush, I can blend it out at the same time. And you want to flick this out a bit as well. You want it to be very straight. When you're doing liner on a hooded eye, you want the liner to be straight. This purple is very easy to work with for being a matte purple, so I'm not mad at that. Wow, you went down. That was annoying, wasn't it? But this purple is very easy to work with. Purples are a little harder to work with because it's just the pigments make it stiffer, especially if you're going with a matte, because then it's even more stiff. But I'm just gonna go back over where we were to really intensify. I'll be right back. So I've done the other eye, but I should have actually just used a liner. brush instead because I had a lot more control. I thought using a bigger brush might have helped with the blending, but it didn't work. As you can see, this eye where I have more control, I'm going to keep this in just to show the trial and error of makeup in general, but the trial and error of finding makeup tools and techniques that are just better for your eye shape. But you can see the purple really overpowers my lid, while here it's a little bit more of an accent. So yeah, that's my own mistake. I'm gonna keep this. I'm still gonna work with this. I do have a little bit more. This eye is not as droopy, so this eye will be a bit more forgiving. If the mistake was on the opposite side, this eye would have been, it would be harder for me to salvage it. So I'm going to take the original brush that we were going to use, and I'm going to brush the color. I can't remember if the dark color I used is called Date Night. I'm going to then take this color called Crush, which is a very pretty matte lilac color, and I'm going to blend everything out. And the cats are fighting. Theo wants to be left alone. You can also blend this out with a really pretty, you could have also blend this out with a little bit of Giggle. I think I might actually mix Giggle. Giggle is a really pretty taupey brown. Very cool toned. So I'm actually going to blend these two together to kind of neutralize it a tiny bit. And then I just want to smoke this out a bit. Literally follow what we did. But just smoke it out a little bit. So about two pats in each. Also, the line's a lot crisper on my right eye too. But you know what? Mistakes are made. And that is all that matters. All that matters is how you learn from it. I'm gonna go a little bit under. And then connect. I'm mainly gonna stop right where my lashes do. My eyelashes look very, very dark and black, considering I haven't worn mascara in a while. I didn't even wear mascara in the last, like you can see, like this eye looks a lot heavier because of my own stupidity and my own mistake. But just make sure that the top and bottom are connected. Yep. And then I'm going to take a fluffier brush, just any kind of fluffier brush, and I'm going to go back in with that Crush and just go all the way over, all the way, keeping my eyes closed. But being quite careful because it is purple, so whenever you put purple under the eye, you can make it look like you have been bruised. I think this might have been a better look if I had gone for underliner instead, you know, if you've in looks that I've done in the past. Probably would have been a lot easier. And then taking the same again and just blending. And then I'm going to take that liner brush that we used at the very beginning and that date night. Is it date night? Yes, it is. It's date night. And just really push it into the lashes, especially the upper lashes, especially if you are the kind of person who doesn't like tight lining or has sensitive eyes like me and doesn't. Whenever I tight line, it can be a little bit too much for my eye to cope with. So really pushing that into the lash line. Also adds a little bit of depth. And it makes our eyelashes look a little fuller. Just a little fuller. And then the brush that we use to crush on, just blend. I'm really wanting to use one of the pinks though. I think I'm going to use Amor right here, which is a lovely, just simple candy pink. It's like candy heart pink if you're familiar. And then I might kind of use it like right here. I think that might be quite nice. Yeah. But be very, I'm going to be quite light with it at first. I'm using the brush that we used before, that way crush can kind of blend as well. I just wiped it off. Just have a little bit of pink just peeking out. I think it'd be quite nice. Don't forget to tap off the excess. I used to show both eyes, but recently I've been showing just one eye, but because I messed up, I want to see and like show you in real time how, even though I'm placing things in the same position, how messing up that first step of using the wrong brush and just going a little bit too just going a bit too thick really changes the look a bit. Just something as simple as how thick or thin an eyeshadow is, you know, how thin the placement is. I need to go a wee bit higher with this one because my eyes are a little bit drippier. So whenever my eyes open, you don't really see it as much. And then just slowly build this up. This color is a little bit on the sheer side, I will say. It's a little bit sheerer and a little bit harder to build up than the purples. I'm also going to put a little bit in the inner corner just to really tie everything together and then just blend. I'm going to take a bigger brush, just a slightly fluffier brush, just to really blend. As you can see, hopefully it's actually picking up like the difference that I'm seeing. So this is this eye, and then this is this eye, which is a little bit more flattering on my eye shape because it's thinner. So I'm going to take a little bit of the shade called Service, which is just a nice light beige, really. It's a nice blending color, so I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and just blend this light a little bit more. There we go. Just ever so slightly, just a slight wash. That's all we need. Just a slight wash. And then I'm going to go over this part too. This will also help brighten inner part up as well. Nice. Okay. Time for some shimmer. I'm going to go in with this shade here called Treat. It's a really beautiful shimmery purple. I'm trying to like, it's got an embed in it, like a little, and I don't want to mess it up, but that's what this looks like. So I'm going to use this kind of right here. And a little on my hood as well. And I want this to be quite soft, which is why I'm just going to use my fingers rather than the NYX glitter glue. But I also have a little gap that I didn't fill, so. This shimmer is quite subtle, actually. It is quite subtle. I don't know if it's because I'm just being very gentle not to mess up the embeds. Why they put an embed in a shimmer, because they usually put embeds in the mattes, because a lot of people don't usually put their fingers in a matte shadow, while shimmers just work better on with the finger, because the oil from your fingers kind of help intensify the shimmer. I think because the more I use it, the more I'm making it worse. The more I'm messing up the pretty embed, the more I'm messing it up. Just really blend that out a bit. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier on the left side because I haven't. Hi, little guy. How are you? I'll go in this again. Oh, I applied way too much. I'll just put this as close to the lash line as possible, just so that I have a little bit of sparkle on the lower lash line. There we go. Okay. Now I'm wanting to use a little bit of this color here called Heart, which looks like a very icy peach, very icy peachy pink with a lot of sparkle. It has blue, silver, and gold sparkles, more yellow gold sparkles. And I'm wanting to place this right here, right on my lid, and then where I put that pink, and then just blend it backward a bit with my finger. Oh, this is a really beautiful shimmery topper. It's not very heavy on the base color, so it's better put on top of something else, but it is really beautiful. Get my eyebrow. So majority of the shade is going on the pink and on the lid, and then blending it into that purple. That is pretty. And then just take whatever's left and just slightly go over that pink. There we go. And then for our highlight, I might go in with Love again, that matte. I think going in with a matte highlight might work with this look because this, the heart shade is very shimmery. So I'm just gonna go back in with that Love. And really load up the brush. And just... and then go in with a little bit of that Amore shade right on top to kind of make it a little bit pinkier. See? So a lot of heart, and then a little bit of Amore. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Amore. I need to put a little bit more of heart on this one because it's not as light as my left eye. That's very pretty. I like that a lot. So this is the look that I came up with. I would go in with, I have this really pretty liner. I would have went in with this creme gel liner by Colourpop called Visuals. This one would be very good, very good. This one could also be beautiful. This one is another creme gel, an Amethyst Hour. I might actually try this just on one eye because my eyes, since being sick, my eyes have just been very dry with anything. It doesn't have to be makeup, it's just I blink and they're like, oh, I don't like it. So usually I would put a white liner underneath this, but oh, this is a look, this goes in beautifully. And then if you wanted to, you could use a color like Visuals in the upper part, but you can really see it helps open that really helps open my eye. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. And then I would go in with this color in the tight line, but my eyes will not tolerate it for right now, which is why I'm working on just the lower lash line and then building my tolerance to my tight line again. That's why I really pounded it, that really deep date night color into the top, into my tight line, because it's just, nah. It's frustrating whenever you like makeup, but you just have sensitive eyes. I have sensitive eyes, I have low eyebrows, I have hooded eyes, and I have uneven, oh, I have a double lip line, and this this side of my lip is like more straight, so it's like, you didn't really give me, I wasn't born with a very good canvas, was I? I wasn't born with a good canvas. Okay, for blush, I am going to go in actually with Amore again. I think it'll be really, really nice. Also, I have moved my lip and cheek products to a storage container over there, and then I'm going to get another storage container for my eye stuff and keep it all over there. And then I have shelves for like display stuff, so game things and stuff. So I like to collect like gaming things, Animal Crossing, Skyrim. I have like Skyrim potion ingredients over there. That would be nice to display. So I'm just gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush, just because I'm putting it in an eyeshadow pan, not a blush pan. Well, she's playing with one of my squish. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm really gonna focus, more on the apples of my cheeks, I think, because I remember learning that if you do have a round face, if you want a softer look, go with the go just on the apples of the cheeks. If you want to go for more sculpted, focus on the hairline. But yeah, this is lovely as a blush. Well, it is a shadow, so I don't know if there is any difference between a shadow and a blush. I mean, they're both powder, so. This is so pretty, and it ties in very well because it's the exact same thing we used, so. Waiting patient for me. Excuse me, excuse the noises. She bloody moved my phone. She moved my camera. Really blushify everything. Really blushify. Okay, for highlighter, I'm actually gonna go in a little bit with this color called Flirt. I think it'd be very, very pretty. It's a pretty purple with a lot of blue. It's very glittery. So, yeah. Want a little bit of glitter. Or you could also go in with this color here called Touch, which is a lovely warm shimmer. So yeah, that is what I've come up with. And then lastly, we've got lip products. So there's 4 that I have, and I am going to go in. Actually, we've got Snuggle, which is it's really pretty nude, a little bit more on the peachy side. Then we've got Love of My Life. Better let me open the damn thing. Let me open it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Which is a matte, really pretty rosy, more of a liquid lipstick rather than a gloss. We have Bezo or Bezo, which is another lip gloss, a little bit more on the nude side. And they smell really nice. And then we've got Love Language, which I think this is the one I'm going to end up using. Yeah, this is a nice like pale neutral, a little bit more on the pink side. Very shimmery. What I tend to do is like dot it and then use the longer bit to blend it in. I do like Odens eye lip glosses. They feel very nice. They're not too sticky. They're sticky enough that they will last a while, but not to the point where it's all goopy, you know? I think this one with a lovely, if you were to put it on top of more of a pinky color, this will have a lovely pearlescent sheen. This is what I've come up with. So the colors that we used were, we used Date Night, we used Giggle and Crush mixed together. We used Amour, we used Service, and we also used these two combined. We also used a little bit of Heart. We used Flirt, mainly as a highlight, and then we also used Treat. So far, this palette is very, very nice. A lot nicer than the Light and Shadow palette that I got. That one was a bit disappointed in. This is lovely. High quality. I like it a lot. I didn't get anything from the Christmas because I wasn't really into buying makeup at that time. Also, I was mainly focusing on Christmas at that time. But yeah, I got this. I like it a lot. It's beautiful. and I highly recommend it. And I hope you like this video. This is what I've come up with. Hopefully I've managed to save this a little bit, but yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye, everybody.